We are back with another new series for this channel, and in this series, we are going to focus on my portfolio, on my stock portfolio, where I invest mostly in high quality companies, what I consider to be high quality companies with large moats, high cash flow. And the name of this series, the name of this portfolio is the Spearhead, because we are focusing on that, exactly that, fast growth companies. And our ultimate goal is to win the S&P 500, which is growing at like 8 or 12% each year. We are looking to have more gains above that. What's the goal of this portfolio in one sentence? Until now, the total value in this portfolio is 6,700 euros. It's in euros. I invest on trading 212. Total investing 7k. And let me show you background of this portfolio so you have an idea of what's going on. I'm in profit, so I'm actually almost 2k euros in profit. That's a good thing. When I started, of course, I didn't know what I was doing, and I invested a lot more money than I could handle, and I withdrew some of that a little later. But now we are building slowly but surely for the long term. This episode today will be kinda introductory, so we're just going to talk in general about my positions. The first and biggest right now of my positions is this one, GDXJ. I believe that gold is on a new bull market, is waiting for a new bull market to happen. And why I say that? Because we are very close, very close to prior all-time highs. Of course, gold is like a dinosaur, so it will take time for it to grow and get back above those levels of 2000. But it can literally take 1 week or so of very bad news for the world for that to happen, because usually gold benefits from that. And that also aligns with the fact that the dollar is on a downtrend, a 3-year downtrend, and we're starting to go back down again. And when the dollar is dropping, gold is going higher. That's one thing. And in order to win from that situation, I have invested more than 3k on GDXJ, which are the miners. This is a kind of risky play, but I use it to get exposure to gold when the bull market continues. I don't mind that much about this position, which is now in the negative. I don't mind that much about it for long term, but yeah, this is my biggest stock position right now, which is basically a small ETF to get exposure to gold. I'm betting into gold for the long term. It's probably not the best idea, but now that I have built that position, I will actually keep it. From there, my next biggest position is MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is my second biggest position. And the reason I invested into MicroStrategy is because I believe I understand Bitcoin at a very deep level. I understand the cycles of Bitcoin, the halvings, the Bitcoin ETFs, when these things will happen, how Bitcoin will appreciate from those. So I have very high confidence on Bitcoin's long-term success. And that's why I invest in MicroStrategy, to also get exposure through my stock portfolio to the price appreciation that I believe Bitcoin will have. And that's one of my bull theses for MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy right now holds more than 100,000 Bitcoin, and I believe it will benefit a lot from that over time. My next position is Shopify. To be honest, I'm looking to make my Shopify position even bigger, but it had this sharp rise with the latest news in regards to Amazon, and it went like basically in a single month all the way from 50 all the way to 65. I was already in this position, so I didn't sell. I'm looking to keep Shopify for a long term. I have used Shopify. I like its product, and its subscription business with a recurring revenue that it has. So I believe in it for the long term, and that's why I continue and choose to hold Shopify for the long run. I'm looking to invest even more. Not to make it bigger than MicroStrategy, but I want to invest at least like 500 to 1,000 more euros on Shopify for now. My goal for MicroStrategy is to get to 10 stocks of MicroStrategy. My goal for the gold miners, GDXJ, I think it's mostly to hold, wait for it to turn to positive, maybe add a bit if we drop below 29 again. That might be the only way I would add even more to GTXD if we drop back below 29. But one might say that if we drop there, it might go even lower. So that's one thing that I keep my eyes peeled about. But yeah, I keep holding Bitcoin, gold, waiting for its long-term success. My next biggest position after Shopify is S&P Global. So I will actually make a separate video about S&P, so I won't tell you guys that much about it for now. And all the other positions are positions that I recently started. They are very small mostly. We are in the positive for most of them, but one is Tesla. Tesla, I use it most of the times to swing trade it, to be honest. And I have logged some profits in the past from Tesla and mostly MicroStrategy. My profits came mostly from MicroStrategy and Tesla in the past, and some from S&P Global. But I would actually like to build a position in Tesla right now for the long run. So that's what I started, and I'm planning to hold this as well and build it and maybe get it to like 5 or 10 stocks. That's for Tesla, and because it's basically the dominant EV builder right now, and it has also some of its fingers into AI, so that's a second thing. But yeah, the main player into AI right now is Nvidia, but I don't have an open position in Nvidia. I will use Tesla in order to grab some of that AI exposure, maybe if it gets it in the long term. That's my fifth position. My sixth position, which I also plan to build into a bigger one along with Apple, is MasterCard. The main reason I like MasterCard and Apple, these two go together, kinda, is mostly because they both have large modes, but they both have very high cash flows. That's the second thing. So they are spitting cash each and every quarter, and that's very good for the price of the stock too. And they're like safe haven stocks. They can withstand with so many billions in their balance sheets. They can withstand any economic downturn that will come and might come. And I believe that building positions in those which I recently started will be good for the long run of the portfolio as well. And they have very good, look at that, past as well. So that's the Spearhead portfolio right now. Let's see how it evolves. I invest every week, so I'll make more episodes in the future, and I hope you'll stay around to see them and experience if we can beat the S&P 500 with the Spearhead portfolio. See you in the next one.